watch them prepare everything.
Wow, I do a lot of cooking on my own. I don't think my wife will tell you. She'll back it up. That I don't think I can make a hot dog in 15 minutes. That's amazing. For all this, this is very labor intensive. They can put this together in 15 minutes. One person.
Yes.
Wow. How much prep time do they use? I mean, do they? Because obviously everything's right to order, so there's nothing prepped ahead, right?
Nothing except for the rice.
Yep.
Is cooked. They have always, get ready for lunchtime, dinner time. And lunchtime, typically people want to have a quicker service because they want to come grab something and go for luncheon. But dinner time, they would more relax and, they can enjoy a glass of wine or sake and have some food.
Okay. So now I want to talk to you now because you're new to Mansfield. You're brand new business. Okay. Just opened up 4th of July weekend.
Yes.
So not too long ago, and I'm sure things have been well for you. I've went down and toured your place. It's very beautiful. How did you end up getting set up in Mansfield?
Well, I think Mansfield certainly is the right choice for us because of the industrial park. It's a family town. It's got local access to taking the T to Boston. A lot of professional work in downtown. They have to ride the train. Or also we have 495, 95 intersection, pretty accessible from anywhere.
One thing, and I don't mind saying it because I'll tell you right now, the greater Mansfield area is definitely becoming a dining destination because we've had a bunch of new restaurants come in and we've always had some real good ones in town. Yeah. And and we've talked about this. I've had some of the other restaurateurs in it, and it seems to me that they're a good bunch of people. They all get along, and it just makes for a nice business environment for you folks because everybody's a little bit different. So we're not, direct competition, and that's a good healthy thing. Now, have you always been in the restaurant business?
I have been in the restaurant business about in the 80s.
In the 80s.
In the 80s.
Okay.
So I haven't been. Most recently, I'm not working in the restaurant industry, but it's still I know how to do it.
Yeah, like riding a bike. Then
Yeah.
Okay, so then what made you wanted to get into that at this point in time? Now, when did you get back into it, or?
Well, after working for corporate America for some time, and I kind of look at where my direction is, and it's still my hobby. I still like to make sure that food service industry is a still strong industry. It's very competitive, but if you do it right, your customer will follow you. That's the key.
Okay. Yeah. So that's good. So you still have a fan club from the 80s, do you? Or?
I've seen, believe it or not, I've actually recognized somebody in the 80s that they come up to sample and they say, do I know you for some, and I remember that. So
wow, yes. Very nice. Are you a Mansfield resident currently?
I live in Sharon.
Sharon, okay. Well, that's all right. We won't hold that against you.
Yeah.
Now, the Asian fusion concept, this is like all the rage now, okay, and it's all new. So you're kind of, in regards to in Mansfield, I think you're kind of getting in a little bit on the ground floor on that.
Yeah.
I know some of the other restaurants, they do offer, different cultures and everything, but the whole fusion marketing thing, I think this is going to be a strong point.
Yeah, East meets West is always interesting. The way that you want to do it is to bring professional chef to your team,
right?
And look at the ingredients that was available. First of all, you make sure that there's tools to do it, and there's ingredients to do it. If everything two things are correct, then you have a recipe for success.
Right. Now, when you came to town, were you welcomed properly and found that I think you'd find that the people you have to deal with to open a business in town are very friendly and
very
helpful.
Professional, extremely helpful. I can't say enough to thank all the people that helped me, my construction team, my planning team, engineering, everything is top notch.
Right, and you found you've met the various inspectors from Mansfield, and you're open, so obviously you've pleased them. Yeah. Right? They look after us. The inspectors in the town look after us, and they've got a good reputation for making sure everything's just right. So you just opened now, just over a month, and so things are working out for you well. If it works out well, you looking to expand anymore, or?
Well, right now our operation, daily we're open to 1 a.m.
Okay, 1 a.m.
1 a.m. So for the time being, we have no plans for expansion. Kind of make sure that we can do everything right
Yep.
Make sure all the equipment, all the service provided is top notch, and make sure that all my customers are happy and satisfied.
Right. So, and again, you don't just have the sushi menu. You have a full menu of all different cultures. So if you wanted to get some Cambodian, what I learned about a new dish recently. Okay, and they call it it's the bean curd product, but they call it stinky. Do you ever hear that with the cabbage? I'm thinking what the word of it is now.
Stinky tofu.
Stinky tofu. Is that with the cabbage, the pickled cabbage? And is that something that you serve, or is
the stinky tofu is by name is it smells. It is, think about cheese. Okay, cheese is the aging. The cheese is a lot of strong flavor to it.
Right.
So the stinky tofu is the same way.
Okay, and it comes in different varieties. Is that so? Is that something you experiment with?
We have tofu items on our menu,
Right.
But not necessarily it's a stinky tofu item.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, no, it's all different. Yeah. And tofu again is very, very high in protein, very low in fat, carbohydrates,
Right.
all the bad stuff.
More and more consumer is demanding, health conscious
Right.
menu.
Now, if someone were to come in with some small children, what would you stray them to?
Well, for starter, the kids, we have a kids menu.
Yeah.
That we have different types of food for the children to select from.
Right.
Even for the sushi item, we have cooked makis,
Oh, okay.
which is not anything like this on this boat.
Yeah.
They are fully cooked. We have a Lion King maki.
Oh.
We have a Ninja maki. We have
Oh, boy.
a Spider-Man maki. So just to name it, the
Okay.
kids will
So there is,
enjoy.
yeah. So I was just wondering, and I'm not limited to your restaurant, but in general, there is an appetite for children for this kind of cooking. Then.
Yeah.
Very good. And so, again, you've got a good location, and things are looking well. I cannot rave how this looks. It is absolutely beautiful, and you've done a fantastic job. Again, I'm glad you had time to come by and talk with us, and hopefully you come back again if you get something. Once you get your get rooted and get situated and
All
get
right.
some new things to talk about,
Yep.
we'll consider you one of our experts.
Okay, we'll bring a different boat next time.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
yeah, really. Well, this one here is going to sail, I'll tell you. That's absolutely beautiful. And again, I'd like to welcome you to Mansfield, and I want to thank you for taking time out of a very, very busy schedule to come down and spend a little time with us.
My pleasure, Dan.
Okay, Mr. Bob Lau from Asia Grill and Sushi, and we're going to be wrapping it up. Again, I'm Dan Pascucci, and if you want to get a hold of us, like I said at the top of the show, the best way to do it is on our email account, and that's at mansfieldkitchensink@gmail.com. Right there. Isn't he good how that shows up right
Absolutely.
there? Or on our, courtesy of Eddie Gato, Facebook, Everything But the Kitchen Sink. And we do have some upcoming guests of interest. We'll be interviewing candidate for state treasurer. Karen Polito will be here. Talk about someone that, if you look under excitement in the word dictionary, you'll see her picture. And we've been in negotiations also with the big man, the one and only Joe Ligotti, the guy from Boston. Yes, it's a possibility. It's not set in stone yet. We're looking at that. And also, I know it's a little early, but towards Veterans Day, we're going to have a little tribute and a little veterans tribute, a little something there. So we'll look forward to some of those. Until next time, I'm going to leave you and thank you for taking a little time and having my kitchen in your living room. I'm Dan Pascucci, and thank you.
The love are hanging on, we push and shove. Possession is the motivation that is hanging up the goddamn nation. Looks like we always end up in a rut. Everybody now trying to make it real compared to what